Welcome back, and thanks for chilling with your boy. And today, we're going to be talking about how I am autistic. I'm just playing. I'm not autistic, but I did take an autism test. The reason why I did it, though, was because I seen that nigga Hassan take that shit, and he had got a 127.
Before you score this test, my understanding is that 60 to 65 or higher, you're probably on the spectrum somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And anything below that, you're probably not.
I'm gonna be below it. I know it.
Oh my God. Hassan, I got 35.
And I seen the parameters of the test. I think the total you could get is like a 240. That's a high fucking score. And I seen also on the parameters of the test said if you get over, I think 65, you actually might be borderline autistic. So I scored an 89. And it's not even like, if you read off the questions of the test, it just don't even seem like it's like a autistic kind of thing to do. Like, it don't, I promise you, it don't at all. Like, there were two questions that I seen that like made me feel like, okay, even though I did put never true, it just don't seem like a real autistic thing. Like, or like a real thing that'll make me think maybe I'm autistic, right? It was, I always notice how food feels in my mouth. This is more important than how it tastes. And I find that kind of true because even today, it's like with it's not with like all foods, but I do notice how it feels in my mouth. And like, it's just like the feeling of the food just affects the taste. If you get what I'm saying. Like, it's so fucking, I wouldn't say it's weird and I wouldn't say it's really picky, but texture for food, I feel like texture is everything. Like, if you have something fried, in my mind, I'm thinking it's crunchy. So I want it to be crunchy. Or if it's like, I don't know, if it's like something like gelatin, I don't expect it to be crunchy. Like, I expect it to be like a soft filling. So if it's like crunchy, it throws me off and it throws off the taste of it as well for me. And this is like the reason why I hate fried okra, because the first word of it is fried. I think of it as crunchy. It's not crunchy. When you bite into something like fried okra, it's slimy because okra itself is slimy. And it's just like, no, that's not a good feeling. Maybe I should have changed my answer on this and put true now and when I was young, because that's the only food that I could really think of. It's just like, that fucks with me. Like, it fucks with my mental so bad to where I just hate it. And like, it's like a everlasting hate. It goes Tyler Perry, then fried okra on my hate list every single time. If I have to like order it and like everything that I hate, those two is up top. Like, it's not even like a 1 and 2. It's a 1A, 1B. Like, they're both at 1. And then the other question is, I miss my best friend or family when they are apart from a long time. I don't get that feeling at all, like, especially like with friends and family, because even if for me, like, deep down, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds kind of fucked up, but if I know they're okay and I know that they are still living, I feel like I really don't have to check on them. Like, I'll call them from time to time, but I feel like I don't miss them, you know? It's not, I don't call for my own gratification, I just call for theirs, which I feel like at that point it just seems like I'm more caring of their feelings of like me wanting to call them or stuff like that, or vice versa, because I don't have a lot of people calling me or checking in on me, and I'm fine with that. You feel me? Like, I would go crazy if I get hella calls from everybody that I love all day or you know, like at one time. Like, I hate people calling or texting me all the time because it distracts me from what I really want to do or what I'm doing at the time. And some of these questions is just like, I could put never true, but in some aspects it's kind of true, but I don't know what time in my life, because the way the question is set up is it true now and when you were young? Is it true only now? Is it true only when you was younger than 16? Or if it's never true, like if it's never happened? But like, in some instances, like, I could find one of the questions that I answer, like when it says, sometimes I offend other people saying what I'm thinking even if I don't mean to. Like, I didn't put never true on there because I put true now and when I was young, because I was always keen on speaking my mind, whatever feelings that it hurt. Like, I will always be honest because I would never try to hurt anybody's feelings. It's just, I will always speak how true, like, that's how true of a person I am. I would never like hold my tongue for anybody's real feelings. And if you think I'm mean because of that, it's just is what it is. But I don't But I feel like people will twist my words around to think like I am mean when really I'm just speaking from my own mind and I'm being truthful. So sometimes I'll just shut the fuck up because obviously it'd be like I don't have like nice things to say like half the time. Like that just brought up so many flashbacks and so many scenarios in my head. Like I'm just like I cannot put never true on there. I have to put what I put. And then for also this question too, it says, I get extremely upset when the way I like to do things is suddenly changed. I don't get upset, right? I don't get upset. But hear me out. I don't get upset. Like when I was thinking about it, I'm like, when they mean upset, do they mean like frustrated? Like, or do they mean just like you're visibly upset? Like I don't understand it. Like I couldn't understand the question, because if I'm doing something right in a certain way and I do it every single time and it works, then I'm not going to change it. But if suddenly, like if something happened to where I have to change it, I won't be upset, but I will be annoyed. You feel me? Like it will annoy me, but I won't be like, I wouldn't be mad like it happened, but I will suddenly be annoyed. And then after that, like quick 4 or 5 seconds of being annoyed, it is what it is. It's whatever. It's out of my mind now. So I didn't know what to put for that one either. And then this one too, bro, I cannot tell when someone is flirting with me. So many instances this had happened, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna cap with you. I'm gonna be so real with you. Bro, I can't even count on the hands on my hand. I can't even count on my hands and toes how many times this shit happened to me, bro. Like you don't understand. It got to a point to where, like, I'm gonna tell you one story. I was at Petco. It is so bad. I'm laughing because it's terrible. It's so bad. I was at Petco. When I go to stores, I have a routine. I get the item that I need and I dip out of there. If I look at anywhere else, I am getting something. So I was at Petco, right? I had a snake at the time. I was getting food for my snake. I was getting food. So for people to get like the snakes, they have to unlock the thing. So the lady unlocked it and everything, whatever. She put it up at the counter to where they have to scan the food. I'm not gonna say it's a live mouse. I mean, what else you want me to say? Like, I was getting the live mouse, right? I think I was like getting 1 or 2 of them. It doesn't matter. I went up to the counter. I had my AirPods in. I wasn't paying attention. When I have my AirPods in, I am locked into whatever I'm doing and I'm getting the fuck out of that store and I'm going home. At Petco, they have this rewards thing to where you have to put in your phone number. I don't have my own rewards thing. I use my mom rewards shit, right? So I punch in her phone number and then I guess it went through. I seen it went through and it said, her name and everything like that. Right before I was gonna pay for it, like put it on my card, the lady, like the woman at the counter, she didn't look bad at all either. Like she wasn't ugly or anything. It was just I wasn't paying attention and like I didn't notice that she was trying to flirt with me. So the lady at the counter took some receipt paper, gave it to me with a pen, and she said, "Write down your number." I'm like, okay. So I wrote down my mom's phone number because I thought the machine was not working. She texted my mom later that day and she was like, "Did you give my phone number to some girl at Petco?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Nah, I thought the machine wasn't working, so she wrote down your number for the rewards thing later." You feel me? Like, and she's like, "Yeah, I seen the email that you went to Petco and you used my rewards thing. It worked." She had to use your number to text me. She thought that was, you. I be cooked, brother. I be cooked. I felt that secondhand embarrassment from her. Like, oh my God, you just text my mother. Another thing too is like they had a question saying I like to talk things over with my friends. It's on certain things that I talk things over with them. Like if it's like me doing a video, I'll talk about a topic or something before I even record the video or after I'm done recording it, just to see how their reaction is and see if it's a good topic to talk about. You feel me? Like on the past videos I did. And we will talk about it, we'll discuss it, and I'll pick their minds. And some things they will like enlighten me on some shit that I didn't even know, or like they'll give me a enhanced view on what other people is thinking. You feel me? Like what other people think about this situation other than myself. So I think that's not a bad thing either. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you know what I'm saying? I put that because I only do that now. I never used to do that at all. I never used to talk things over with people. I just used to like just sit on shit. Like it's so many questions on here where it's just like, yeah, it's a lot of questions to like, yeah, I could see where they're going with this, but is that really me? Maybe. So according to this test, I have strong indications of autism. Crazy thing to think about. Crazy thing to know about myself, actually. Like because of 89 and then you have to get a 90, like around 90 to have strong indications. Don't know what I'm gonna do from here. I'm not gonna lie. From from this whole video, I just don't know what I'm gonna do from here. So yeah, I'm gonna just see you guys next time. Peace out.